The Israeli military says Iran will bear the consequences after Tehran said it has seized a vessel linked to Israel. This comes amid heightened tension between the two countries. Israel says it's made preparations for a possible imminent attack by Iran, which has promised revenge for the deadly airstrike on its Damascus embassy. Meanwhile, Israel has launched several attacks in Lebanon after Hezbollah fired dozens of rockets on Friday. Well, let's talk now to our correspondent, Alex Cadier, in Tel Aviv. Alex, tensions clearly ratcheting up in Israel for this suspected possible attack from Iran.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Jamie. More than 24 hours ago, we were hearing from U.S. intelligence sources that an attack would happen within the next 24 to 48 hours. So that sense of uneasy anticipation has not gone away. There is certainly a perception that that seizing of that Israeli-owned, or part-owned, I should say, ship is part of a broader retaliation, one that could involve lots of smaller moves, smaller attacks from the Iranians. We know that Iranian commandos, Revolutionary Guard commandos, the same corps that those generals belong to, which were killed in Damascus, they will be part of this retaliation. This ship being seized could be one aspect of it. Of course, the Israeli military saying that there will be consequences for Iran for this ship being seized, but also the ramping up of those rockets flying into northern Israel. But clearly, U.S. intelligence sources saying there will be more than 100 drones and ballistic missiles that may strike Israel. So there is still a sense of bracing for a much, much bigger strike, not knowing when, not knowing where, not knowing how, but really expecting it to happen. Also diplomatic efforts behind the scenes by the U.S., by China, by Saudi Arabia, Turkey, those key regional players trying to make sure that whatever response comes from Iran, Israel's retaliation, should it happen, will be measured as well. The key, diplomatically at least, Jamie, is to avoid this really escalating into all-out war.
What more do we know about the exchange of attacks between Israel and Hezbollah?
Well, the Israeli military saying that they hit what they described as a Hezbollah command post. This is after dozens of rockets, as you mentioned, it flew into northern Israel. Anybody in Israel with a smartphone will have an application that tells them when rockets are imminent in different parts of the country. You will hear the sirens going off locally, but everyone here is aware of exactly where these alerts are coming in. And I have to say, when it comes to the north of the country, the Golan Heights, or even north on the border with Lebanon, those alerts are constant. Several times a day you have warnings in civilian areas, small villages in the north, some of which have been evacuated, some of which haven't been evacuated, those rockets flying in. And so we've seen this tit-for-tat between Israeli forces bombing what they describe as Hezbollah command posts, killing Hezbollah commanders in southern Lebanon, but also much further into the Lebanese territory as well. So that has been simmering for weeks, if not months. That has been simmering since the start of this war, and there is also a sense that that may be another front where escalation could be possible, because, of course, Hezbollah is backed by Iran. There could be new weaponry heading that way. We've seen drones flying into northern Israel, as Iranian explosive drones as well. So certainly fears of that big Iranian retaliation, fears of escalation in the north as well, Jamie.
Alex, thank you for that. Our correspondent, Alex Cadier, in Tel Aviv.